But in February, I did a joke that was not about Donald Trump. The joke was about how it was a leap year, and leap year had been started by Julius Caesar to correct the calendar. And another thing that happened with Caesar was that he was stabbed to death by a bunch of senators because he went crazy. And I said that's an interesting thing that could happen. And and I just did it again, which I'm realizing in the moment. I just told it again. I got a lot of like magazines that I don't think existed before, called like patriotic magazines that just suddenly were on Twitter, you know? Just like Bald Eagle Monthly, like this is an outrage. And so what also happened was there's a service that operates for the president, and they're secret.
Oh.
They're a secret service, and they...
How do you know about them?
Because they investigated me, and I guess they opened a file on me because of the joke. And
Wow.
I have to say there was, am I stoked there's a file open on me? Absolutely. I enjoy it in the moment, not so much. But the person vetting me was very understanding that the joke had nothing to do with Donald Trump, and because it was an elliptical reference to him.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't say anything about it.
I'm not with the Secret Service. Don't worry. You're not in trouble here.
No, but I also thought it was funny that when he got COVID, you know, like Jake Tapper, people on the news would be like, day 5 of hoping someone gets worse. And like, you know, the tone of the news was like, fluids are low. But I love the news, and I love the left wing, and I love Democrats. So what was I going to say? So they were very nice in the interview. I don't think they, in terms of risk assessment, no one who's ever looked at me has thought I registered above a 1. So they said, now, is there anything else we should know about? And I was like, what do you mean? They were like, anything else? And I was like, do you mean like anything bad I've done? And they were like, we don't mean anything bad you've done. I was going to like, you know, tell them like I, you know, sniffed glue when I was a kid and stuff. But I said, no. They're like, you don't have any postings about Donald Trump anywhere online that we would find, rants or manifestos. You know, I said, no, I'm not, I have bad writing habits. I could never pound out a manifesto. And I said, I have been making jokes about him since 2007. So I've been making fun of him for, 13 years. There's that. And they said, okay, well, if it's jokes, then I'm cleared by the Secret Service. I've been told. At the same time, my wife was she was working on a project for the Smithsonian down in DC. So we had an apartment down there and I was living in DC. It's where we ended up quarantining. And I failed to realize that after after telling the Secret Service they had nothing else to worry about, that I had leased an apartment for 1 year in Washington, D.C. And that apartment was across the street from the Secret Service building.
Oh my goodness!
So it had a vibe. It had a planned vibe to it. So, by the way, that we all know it's the Secret Service building. Again, not so secret.